As the SNC-Lavalin scandal has pretty much preoccupied all the time for the Prime Minister, we have a little thing coming out in the next few hours called the federal budget. So does Finance Minister Bill Morneau, who has had his own host of scandals, remember those villas he couldn't remember? He is going to present a big spending budget is what we expect. And then in a couple of weeks' time, we also expect the carbon tax to come into effect on April 1st. So sort of give me a lay of the land as to what Canadians should be expecting with governments, once again, doing what they do best, bribing us with their own money.
To me, if there's a pothole outside your house, call Bill Morneau. because this is going to be the one where it's what the Ontario Liberals did. Mm-hmm. They tried to buy the election in 2018. It didn't work. Yeah. But there are ironies here. It is genuinely hard for millennials, people in their 20s, 30s, to buy a house. So they floated the idea, we're going to give them some kind of assistance. Mm-hmm. Okay, but a year ago, you increased the stress test, which basically means you made it more difficult for people to get mortgages, mm-hmm. right? So a year ago, you made it harder. Also, interest rates have gone up several times since then. That sort of put a lid on the housing market. Now you're going to do something to help them. Well, we'll be interested to see what they will do. Another big one, it's as Canadian as Medicare, is the possibility of pharmacare. Mm-hmm. Now, the issue there becomes, all right, so we're talking about subsidized drugs. Are we talking about them for people like who already have private drug plans, like many people who work for companies like our own do? Well, seniors already have pharmacare. So what's that going to be? I mean, and again, we would use the Ontario example, the ridiculous thing where the government introduced benefits for people who were already covered, who didn't need them because, so what's that going to happen? Then they're going to be the things they always promise. We're going to have broadband across the country by 2030.
Yeah.
How many times have we heard about this thing and basically what is that? That's bringing broadband to rural communities. I was commenting on that on social media, and somebody from a rural community went, never mind that. Could we lower the data charges?
That's right.
We have the worst.
Actually make an impact for the average.
Yeah. We have the worst data charges in the world. They're out of control. But for 2030, just like the promise of the carbon tax, we'll get those emissions lowered by 2030. Well, no, you won't, but their promises are always this far. And then, of course, there's going to be something for families and children.
Yeah, everybody.
We don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be there. What I don't think there'll be is what we all need, which is a broad-based and fair tax cut, because income tax cuts are the fairest, because we're not going to get that. And if you recall, Adrian, 2019, 2020 fiscal budget, that means it goes from April 1st of this year to March 31st of next year. Mm-hmm. If we go back to the Prime Minister's promises when he was running in the 2015 election, Adrian, this year coming up, we're not only going to have a balanced budget, we're going to have a $1 billion surplus.
And the budget will balance itself.
Well, don't you forget, budgets balance themselves. And
Absolutely.
I don't think any of those things are going to happen. Just quickly, though, do you think this big spending budget, which it certainly will be, does anything to change the channel on the LAV scam issue that's embroiled the Prime Minister's office?
No, it specifically won't. But they do have a number of months until October 21st to right the ship. Yeah. So if the real question is, can they right the ship? Yes, they may be able to. And this budget may be a part of that. However, when everybody knows what you're doing, it becomes less effective.
That's right. All right, get your budget bingo sheets out. You are assured to hear words like affordability, fairness, climate change.
Everybody's a winner.
And everybody
gets bingo.
Everybody is going to be a winner. Log on to Facebook and Twitter. Let us know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.